Back here on CBS Sports HQ, our post-game coverage continues. Matt LaFleur at the podium in Brazil.
And ultimately didn't score enough points to win the game. I mean, give Philly a ton of credit. They made some big plays. Certainly, we knew the talent they had offensively. Jalen Hurts is a hell of a quarterback. They got one of the best O-lines in ball, and then they just got a lot of playmakers across the board. So there's a lot to clean up. It was definitely a sloppy game, I think, from us. I think there was, some uncharacteristic things that we did as a staff, quite frankly, and that trickled down to our players. And so ultimately, we all got to look ourselves hard in the mirror and find ways to get better, because tonight obviously wasn't good enough. I don't know. We didn't score. I'm not going to make excuses about the field. It was the same for both sides.
Matt, were they doing anything in the red zone to caught off guard as far as the play calling?
No. That's what we were trying to get done, 2 plays in a row. I thought the guys competed hard. They played with good effort, but it was sloppy. I think it felt like every time offensively we had a drive-stopping penalty, and we overcame some of those. But there was a lot of penalties, a lot of sloppy play. I thought our defense, to force 3 takeaways against a really good offense, I feel like you should win the game. I think the stats will tell you it's about a 90% win ratio when you have +2 on the ball, but we didn't capitalize on those opportunities. To come away with 9 points off 3 turnovers, that's not good enough. That's not going to get it done. And do I think we need to play better defensively? Absolutely. We can't give up 30-some-odd points a game in this league. That's usually a recipe for disaster. So when I look at it, I think it's a collective loss. All of us are responsible. Myself, it starts with me. It starts with and goes down to our staff and then to our players. And I challenged everybody. We got to learn from this, because I think just watching the tape, and I'm not trying to take anything away from Philly. I mean, they battled and they played their game, but I think there was a lot of opportunities that we didn't capitalize on. And when you don't do that, you get beat. And specifically, the red area was a huge problem tonight, and I would say a year ago we were pretty damn good in that area, and we got destroyed in that area tonight. I think week one's always you just don't know what you're going to get. You know what I mean? It's kind of a slop fest, and tonight was certainly that. I can't hear you. I'm sorry. I don't know. I got to go back and take a look at it. But, I mean, they were having their way with us. I would say it felt like Jalen had a lot of time to throw the football. And I think any time that you don't get a pass rush, and, again, that is a really good offensive line. I just expected more from our pass rush tonight. And then, when we did bring pressure, there were a lot of times it looked like guys were uncovered. We had some mistakes. Certainly in the run game especially, we had some blown gaps where Saquon was barreling through there and getting chunk gains. So you can't do that against a really good football team. Excuse me? Oh, Emmanuel? Yeah, I thought Emmanuel ran well. I thought he did a lot of nice things, and he had, I know, back-to-back, I want to say back-to-back explosive gains on one of the series. So I think with limited opportunities, I don't know what the final stats were with how many yards he ran for, but I thought he played pretty well. Yeah, it's not just one guy. I mean, I don't think we blocked really well either. You know what I mean? So, and then he was able to bust some chunk runs. You know, Philly, give them credit. They came out defensively and did some things that we were not anticipating. There was a lot more spot drop. Not a lot of pressure, especially in the first half. And I think in the second half they kind of flipped their mindset and they started bringing more pressure. But they were trying to play soft. And when teams do that and you're not consistently running the football, it's going to be a problem. Yeah, I mean, obviously he's a young guy that's got a lot of talent. Certainly, it hurt him missing a significant amount of time in the preseason because this is his first game action, so you don't know what necessarily to expect. But I know what we see every day in practice. We see a very explosive player that can run and hit, and I know there was at least one bust that was pretty critical, a pretty critical mistake. But I thought, all in all, I noticed him just like you did. He was flying around and it seemed like he was making plays. Go ahead. I mean.
All right, so no update on Jordan Love from Matt LaFleur. That's what we were looking for there. We didn't get one. But he took ownership. Said, it starts with me. We had 3 turnovers. We only got 9 points. Got to be better than that. As you take a look at their upcoming schedule, they'll play the Colts in week 2 and then hit the road and face the Titans and Vikings and Rams the first 5 weeks of the season. Green Bay got to the second round of the playoffs last season, got knocked out by the 49ers in the second round. Hopefully Jordan Love is all well and good after this game. We'll keep you posted on the latest of Jordan Love. But right now, no update from Matt